How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day on this beautiful Wednesday. It's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, how are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Hope you guys are making lots and lots of money. And we are here to chill with you guys, and we're here to have some fun, and we're here to relax and, basically just check out some stonks and all sorts of good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. We're just here to do all that. We're just getting ourselves all set up over here. All right. Got that going on right here. Chill with you guys, and we're here to have. All right. So we're going to do this over here. Get a little bit of this. Bop right there. All right. All right. Let's see here. Got that going on right here. Chill with you. All right. Okay. So, that's all set and good. All good, all good, all good. All right, let's get this over here. Bop, right there. Audio's working good. All right, let's make sure we're live on the X. Are we live on the X? Yes, we are. Are we live on the Twitch? Yes, we are live on the Twitch. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right, all right, all right. Yes, sir. Okay. Boom. All right. Let's make sure we're all good over here. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's make sure we got ourselves all set over here. Boom. Right there. Bop. Bop. All right. Boom. Da, da. All right. Boom. Right there. All right. Boom. Right there. And boom. Right there. Make sure that's up. Boom. Boom. There we go. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing? How is everybody doing, man? Put it in the chat. Me, I'm doing good. I'm chilling out. Had a good old dinner with my family. Got to relax and chill a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeesh. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Let's get ourselves all set up here. Let's get the announcements ready. Bop. Right there. All right. Let's get these announcements here. Boom. And boom. Over here. Over there. Bop. Bop. Right there. All right. And yeah. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Yeesh. Boom. Right there. Right there. Bop. Right there. All right. There we are. Boom. Right there. Get this all set up. And CHR, by the way, is up 104%, 112% right now. 112% right there, right there, right there. Let me see this over here. Where's my pen and pad? There it is. All right. All right. There we go. All right. CHR up 112%. Up 112% right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. All right. There we are. Bot right there. All right.
CHR parabolic, baby.
Yes, sir. 124% on CHR. All set. Give me 1 second. Boom. Get that all set right there. Oh, the bell's not for a while. The bell's not for an hour.
Just practicing. Bro.
He's practicing for the bell.
Come on, bro.
The bell. Ah. The bell. The bell. It deafens me. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's get this intro started, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, aka the Rainmaker. And I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she likes to go to Arby's and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Other times she likes to go out there and also, just steal all them lo means and chow means, and also likes to go after any of my food that is Chinese. She did call some wonderful stonks like CHR, EVC, and NVVE. We call her DBL Moms. All right. And yeah, that's what we got going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we did call quite a few baggers, one of which was actually CHR, which ran up a nice 124% right there. CHR ran up a nice 124%. Ran up 124% right there. Bop right there. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on for this stock right here. We also got, let's see, over here. SMX ran up to like 91%, I believe. 91%. So we also got that going on there. We got that going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes. So SMX ran up to like 91%. Had that going on right there. So that was like a little bit of a runner. A little bit of a runner, but nothing crazy. SMX 91% right there. So SMX ran up a nice 91%. SMX ran up 91% right there, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So far, we got that going on right there. As far as some stonks go, we got CHR, which went up to a nice 124%. So, yeah, right now, let's take a look at CHR. Let's take a look at CHR. Let's get a little bit of a share party as well. Let's get a share party, share party, share party. Let's get to 100. Let's get to the first 100, ladies and gentlemen. Yeesh. So let's get the support and resistance lines here for CHR. Bop and bop right there. All right. Boom, boom. All right. So we got that going on right here. CHR needs to break above 31 cents, needs to hold above 27 cents for it to be so much maxi tumya. But right now, it basically formed a bit of a little bit of a move upward over here. Bop and bop right there. All right. So we got that going on. Needs to break the pennant right now. Needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi tumya. All right. So CHR. All right. Oops, excuse me. CHR needs to, oh, excuse me, it's in caps lock. CHR needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi tumya. All right. There we go. There we go. Right there. Right there, right there, right there. All right. RDNW right there on a very choppy RDNW. It was moving a bit. Well, it was moving a little bit on the chart, but right now, not very schmexy, very choppy. RDNW needs volume for it to be so much maxi tumya. RDNW needs volume to be so much maxi tumya. Yeesh. All right. So, got that going on right there. What are the stonks we got going on? What other stonks do we have here? Let's see. All right. Ooh, I got quite a few requests over here for stonks. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right. And, oh, here it is. All right. Somebody requested APPS. APPS. All right. APPS currently on a bit of an uptrend, a slight uptrend right here. All right. Very choppy on the uptrend, but currently that's what we got going on. We called this stock actually earlier in the day, but right now it's up 30% on an uptrend. Needs to remain friends with the trend right now for it to be so much maxi tumya. APPS on the uptrend needs to remain friends with the trend. So that's what we got going on. It's above the VWAP right now. The 9 EMA and the VWAP are pretty close together. It's on the uptrend right now. So pretty good stuff going on over there. Let's see what other stonks we got going on. Somebody requested QSI. QSI. Let's see how QSI is going. Ooh, very low volume. Very low volume. At best, it's a pennant. At worst, it's garbage. But, you know, let's see here. Boom, boom, and boom. Right here, QSI. Not looking too schmexy, ladies and gentlemen. Not looking schmexy at all. Let's get a share party going. Let's get 200. 200. Come on now. So, QSI currently needs to break that pennant for it to be so much schmexy tumya. It also needs some serious volume to break said pennant. All right, right now it's kind of like falling below the VWAP and then climbing above it, and it's very choppy. So QSI needs to break the pennant with some volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Yes, sir. All right. So we got that going on right there. Let's take a look at some other stocks right there. CAPT. All right, CAPT down 1%. Not looking schmexy at all for the stock here. Down to 63 cents. All right, so CAPT very low in terms of volume. All right, I'm going to give it a support and resistance right over here, but right now it's has to stay above 64 cents and break through 65 for it to be somewhat maxi tumya. It's currently one of those penny stocks right there, so we'll see what goes on with it. But honestly, CAPT, it moved nicely like a couple of days ago, but it's not moving very well right now. CAPT needs to break the downtrend for it to be so much maxi tumya. All right. There we go. Needs to break that downtrend for it to be so much maxi tumya. SMX, SMX. Let's see how SMX is doing. SMX has a bit of a double top right over Mia, and right there. A little bit of a double top right there. All right, and then started moving downwards. So right here, right off the bat, needs to break the downtrend for it to be so much maxi to Mia. But right now, it's below the VWAP. Needs to break that downtrend and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to Mia. SMX needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to Mia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, got that going on right there. Let's see what other stonks we got going on. Somebody requested NUAI. NUAI. No volume. Very, very low. Had a bit of an uptrend. Price spike just a little bit and then made a pennant, but very, very low on the volume right here. Judging by those indecisive wicks right there. Lot of indecisiveness going on right here. So right now needs to break a pennant, but needs some serious volume to break that pennant. NUAI needs some serious volume. NUAI needs serious volume to break the pennant, right there. So needs that right there. Right there. Right there, right there, right there. All right, let's see what other stonks we got going on. Somebody requested CHR, and let's get a share party going on. Let's get a share party going on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 300. Come on now, 300, 300, 300. CHR, let's see how CHR is doing. CHR needs to still break that pennant for it to be so much maxi to Mia. Right there, CHR. We did call this one earlier prior to it running up 124% right there. 124% right there. Boom. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. CHR needs volume to break the pennant right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on. All right, what other stonks we got going on here? All right, somebody requested MVTA. MVTA. Let's take a look at MVTA. Mike Victor Tango Alpha. All right, I'm guessing he meant MTVA. MTVA. There we go. All right, MTVA fell below the VWAP right now, not looking too schmexy. So very much so below the VWAP. Did not ever break above it right now. So right now it needs to break that downtrend. It needs to break that VWAP. MTVA. MTVA needs to break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to Mia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. What other stonks we got going on here? What other stonks we got? Ladies and gentlemen, what else we got? What else we got? Somebody requested PRHI. PRHI. PRHI, no volume. Not a lot going on here in terms of volume. Not schmexy at all. Needs volume to really move at all. But PRHI needs a lot of volume for it to be so much maxi to Mia. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party, share party, share party. Let's get to 400, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 400. Come on now. All right. Let's take a look at CIFR. CIFR. All right. Currently on the uptrend right now. A little bit of an uptrend over here. Bop, bop, and bop right there. All right. Has that going on right there. CIFR. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, got that going on right there. Oh, excuse me. That's not what I meant to press. All right. CIFR. CIFR needs to break the pennant. It is above the VWAP right now. CIFR needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to Mia. But that's really what it's got to do right there. CIFR needs to break above that pennant. Is a bit pricey at $22 $1.97. So as of now, not very schmexy. Needs to really break that pennant for it to be so much schmexy to me. Up 2% though, up 2%. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at NVVE. NVVE, let's see what we got going on here. NVVE currently up 50%, 50%, then proceeded to fall back down. Not looking too good there, but it had a little bit of a move upward. Had a bit of a move upward over here, and then proceeded to basically fall back down and create a bit of a descending wedge right over here. So needs to really break that descending wedge and break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to me. So let's see what we got going on here. We got NVVE needs to break the descending wedge and VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to me. That's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right, let's take a look at IREN, IREN. That was requested of us as well. Let's take a look over here. Currently had a bit of a move upward, little bit of a move over here. Boom, a little bit. Formed a bit of a pennant right there. And then kind of just curled its way on up a little bit. And then kind of just basically tried to break that pennant right there. Needs to break that pennant for it to be so much maxi to me. So IREN needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to me. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 600. Let's get to 600. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's be sure to check out that 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of bangers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. You guys also gain access to these amazing little tools that we got here, the scanner, as well as the amazing newsroom over here. All right, you get access to the early watch list. You get access to all sorts of stuff, including a wonderful and supportive community of very, very, very wonderful people who are supportive. They're fun. It's great to be around. It's a refreshing community. They love to basically help each other and help themselves out. So that's what we got going on right there. And let's get a share party going to 700. 700, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. All right, let's get it. All right.
700.
Let's get to 700. All right. Somebody requested SOFI. SOFI. All right. SOFI moving up a little bit. Up 1%. 1% right now. All right. So on a bit of a move up just a little bit, quite literally a little bit. It's only up to 1% right now. So you got that going on right there. SOFI on the uptrend needs to keep climbing because it's only 1% up right now. So SOFI needs to keep climbing for it to be so much maxi tumya. Needs to remain friends with the trend. Needs to remain friends with the trend right there. Bop right there. Boom. Okay. So you got that going on right there. SOFI up 1%. All right. Let's take a look at PRFX. Somebody requested PRFX. Let's take a look over here. PRFX not looking schmexy at all. Low volume down to $1.19. Not looking too good. All right, that's what we got going on right there. Not looking schmexy as of now. Had a bit of a price spike, but then dropped like a rock. So as of now, this one needs to break above the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Needs to break above the VWAP and probably needs to break the pennant. So let me get this over here. Bit of a pennant bot right here. Bot right there. Needs to break that pennant right there for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. But as far as I'm concerned, PRFX, PRFX needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. But other than that, PRFX, not looking schmexy. It is moving down to $1.20. It's moving down, so not looking schmexy at all. All right, so let's see. Let's take a look at another trending stock here. Let's take a look at trending stock. Open, OPN. All right, Open had a bit of consolidation for the past couple of days. All right, a little bit of consolidation. You know what I mean? A little bit of that bop right there. All right, but it did manage to climb its way back up over here. Boom, boom, right there. All right, and now it's got more consolidation right over here. All right, a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of consolidation. So, not looking too schmexy as of now, but Open could use some more volume. Open, OPN needs more volume to become somewhat schmexy to me. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yes. So Open needs to break those channels for it to be so much Mexi to me. Somebody requested RR. Let's take a look at RR. All right. RR on a slight uptrend here. Very, very low volume though. You know, I could tell because it's kind of barcoding a little bit with the movement. It's kind of barcoding a little bit with the movement. Up over here, it's up 5%. So we got that going on. But, however, it is very, 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 it's doing like a stairwell. It's like going up like some stairs, and it's very, very consolidated. So you got consolidation over here, right there. Okay, you got more consolidation right here. Mm-hmm. Right, and more consolidation right over yeah. So a lot of consolidation, which means low volume, but it is moving its way on upward. It is moving its way on upward. So I will give it credit where credit's due. RR on the uptrend right now. Needs to remain friends with the trend. RR needs to remain friends with the trend. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So, yeesh. Somebody also requested Fubo. Fubo. Yeah, you know what I mean. That sounds like a Pitbull song. Fubo. Bing bada boom, Mr. Worldwide. When I step in a room, darling. All right. Let me see here. All right. So, FUBO currently had a double top right over here. Low volume on the stonk right here. Let's get a share party going. Let's get the 900. But let's take a look over here. Boom, boom, boom right here. All right. FUBO currently up a nice 0.81% right now. 0.81%. Needs to break above the VWAP. It needs to break that pennant for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. So FUBO needs to break VWAP and the pennant for it to be so much Mexi Tumya, but right now it's below the VWAP, below the pennant, and did fall down on a double top. So not looking schmexy right there. All right, let's see what else we got. Somebody requested Joby, Joby. Joby. Let's take a look at Joby. Currently on a bit of an uptrend right here. A little bit of an uptrend so far. All right, climbing its way on up just a slight bit. All right, but still has that pennant right there. So it needs to break above that pennant for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. Up 4%. Joby. Joby needs to break the pennant for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. All right. Let's see what other stonks we got over here. What other stonks we got? Let's see. Now let's get a share party going on, ladies and gentlemen. Share party. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me just go grab a drink real quick. I just need some water, and I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just get some water real quick. I'll be back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Just had to get some water real quick. Just had to get some water real quick. Looks like JOBY formed a bit of maybe a double bottom, but still needs to break this pennant for it to be so much maxi to mya. So JOBY needs to break the pennant right here for it to be so much maxi to mya. Let's see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. But right now, it needs to break that pennant. Somebody requested SABR. SABR. Let me take a look over here. Ooh, not looking schmexy. Needs to break that downtrend and needs some serious volume for it to be so much schmexy to mya. But it fell on that little double top right there. Bop and bop right there. Fell on the double top, no volume at all whatsoever. So SABR needs to break the downtrend and needs volume for it to be so much maxi to mya. Needs some serious volume right there. All right, so got that going on right there. Let's see what other stocks we got going on here. Somebody requested over here CIFR. Let's see how CIFR is. All right, CIFR currently is up a little bit, broke above the pennant just a little bit, broke above that pennant, and yeah, currently just needs to remain above that pennant for it to be so much maxi to mya. So yes, CIFR needs to broke the pennant so far. The pennant, so we got that going on right there. Broke the pennant, needs to remain friends with the trend. For it to be so much maxi to mya. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on so far. That is what we got going on. All right, what are the stonks we got today? Somebody requested SCRV. Let's take a look at it. SCRV, not a lot going on in terms of volume. Not a lot going on here. All right. Look at all these indecisive wicks over here. Not a lot going on in the volume right here. All right, let's see what else we got over here. Bop right there. All right, bop right there. Bop and bop right there. Needs to break that pennant for it to be so much maxi to mya. Otherwise, it's just right there and right there. All right, needs to break the pennant once again. SCRV very low on volume, very low on the volume, needs to break the pennant. All right, there we go. Needs to break the pennant. So got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Let's see about ASST. ASST. All right, let's take a look at ASST over here. ASST is on a bit of an uptrend right here, but as far as it's concerned, there's still very low volume. There's a lot of indecisive wicks here, so it's still very, very choppy, but it is climbing. Slowly but surely, it is climbing. So got that going on right here. Boom, right there. ASST trying to potentially continue to climb up, which is good. I like that. ASST has been a very popular stock for some time, but it looks like it's forming a double top. Forming a double top, needs to break above that double top. Needs to break above that double top for it to be somewhat maxi to mya. But right now it's forming a double top. Needs to break above it. See that little double top? It's right over mya. Needs to break above it right here. That double top right there. That's the evil twin. You know what I mean? Double top. Not a fan. Not a fan. We like the double bottoms, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom tail. Bottom tail. It's bottom tail. Get some tail on the bottom. Let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party, share party, share party. Let's get to 1300. Come on now. Let's get to 1300, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Come on. All right. Let me get some water in me. All right. Let's see what else we got in terms of stonks here. All right, let's see what else we got in terms of the stonks. All right. Let's see. Somebody requested PLUG. PLUG plug. The plug. All right, low volume here. Oh boy, wow, this is, oof. All right, all right. So let's see here. Very low. Okay, so let me just put a channel here, and this is me being very generous with the channel right now. All right, needed to break this channel. It broke through the channel, right? It did break through that channel right there. So we got this right over here. Bop, one here, bop, one there, and there. All right. All of which, it just needs to break this descending wedge. But the worst part about it is it's basically an indecisive wick as well. So because it's an indecisive wick, it's not looking too schmexy. Not looking schmexy at all, actually, as a matter of fact. There's not a lot of volume here. So PLUG needs some serious volume to break that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right. Let's see what else we got. Let me at him.
CHR trying to curl.
Oh my, CHR trying to curl. Let's take a look. CHR, let's see how it's doing. CHR needs volume, but it looks like it's trying to curl a little bit.
Trying to form that cup and handle.
Oh my.
Full cup and handle.
Oh my. Let me get it over here. All right.
Gotta give it the horns.
Okay. All right. So potential cup and handle forming over here. Maybe. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. CHR, yeesh. CHR needs volume, potential, cup and handle, curl. Potential, cup and handle, curl. All right. So we got that going on right there. Curl, baby, curl. All right. Remember, CHR ran up a nice 124%, ladies and gentlemen. Ran up a nice 124% right there. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Somebody requested CAN. CAN, very choppy. No volume at all whatsoever. Okay. So CAN, very choppy. No volume. I can make so many channels. I can make more channels than a television broadcast. That's how many channels I can make with this thing. So I'm going to put a channel here, little channel over here, right there. Boom. All right. Yeah, I get more channels here than Comcast or Verizon with this stock right here. My oh my, oh me oh my. Look at that. Look at that. Oof. This is all barcoding. This is all low volume. Low. I mean low in volume. Not schmexy at all. Eesh. Eesh. Not good. Not good. CAN. CAN needs a lot of volume. Barcoding. All right. So CAN needs a lot of volume because it is barcoding, not looking schmexy at all. So we'll see what goes on with that. We shall see what goes on with that. But let's take a look at TPB. TPB right here. All right. TPB does not have much in terms of volume at the moment. Looks like it's trying to make its way on up, and that's pretty much what we got going on here. It's just trying to make its way on up. Right there. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. But right now, ladies and gents, let's get a share party. Let's get the 1500. Let's get the 1500 right here. Jose, thank you for reposting the stream. Much love, brother. Much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you for reposting the stream. Thank you for doing all that wonderful stuff right there. Yeesh. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So TPB currently right now needs to remain on the uptrend, but needs some serious volume to keep on the uptrend right there. So TPB needs volume to remain friends with the trend. All right. All right. All right. All right. So got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. And let's take a look over here. Somebody requested HIMS. 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 All right. HIMS. All right. HIMS had a bit of a slight movement upward, a slight one. All right. It's one of those, I've seen the commercials for this, but it's like one of those like men's care types of deals. Like gives men drugs and like cleaning supplies and all sorts of cool stuff. So, they got that going on right there. But this stock right here needs to break above the descending wedge. Needs to break above that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. So HIMS needs to break the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Yeesh. All right. Now let's get a share party going on. Let's get a share party. Let's get the 1600. 1600 right there. Let's get to 1600, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me get some water in me. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. All right? Now, we got that going on right there. We also have these amazing tools, such as the scanner with the hyperlinks in them, to basically give you access to any stocks that we are currently looking at on the scanner. Not to mention the fact that there are also, the amazing, there's also the amazing news over here, And to top it off, we get access to the awesome group, the awesome community of indelibles, all of which are very, very good people, very, very amazing people, wonderful people even. All right, these guys are the are just supportive. They're amazing. They're fun. They care about people. And yeah, that's what our community is about, man. It's about basically education. It's about education, taking care of each other, helping each other out, becoming one big old family over here. And Hims just took a nosedive. Not liking that too much, ladies and gentlemen. Not liking that too much. All right. I feel bad for whoever called that because I hope you didn't lose your money, buddy. Also, it's a pretty expensive stock. So, man, All right. So, yeah, be sure to check out our Indelible Pride. Join the Indelible Pride and basically gain access to all the amazing gifts and other amazing things over here. These amazing, wonderful scanners and the newsroom and all that good stuff. And then if you join the Wealth Builders, you get access to everything the real-time alerts and scanners had. Plus, you gain access to just an amazing bunch of exclusive content over here. So you get access to educational content that's exclusive to Wealth Builders. You get access to exclusive Wealth Builder content as well as exclusive picks and exclusive posts, and also access to Coach Nick Money and myself. So yeah, that's what you get going on there. That's what you got going on, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we got that going on right there. Let's take a look at CHR. CHR. Let's see. CHR still trying to hold. It looks like it's trying to curl up a little bit. Looks like it is. So there we go. There we go, right there. Has a bit of a cup and handle forming. Forming a bit of a cup and handle right now. Boom, right there. And boom, right there. A little bit of a cup and handle. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Yeesh. So that's what we got going on right there. So let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at CHR. Currently up 107. Needs to break above this little line and become friends with that little cup and handle trend right there for it to be so much Maxi Tumia. But right now, CHR forming a cup and handle potentially. CHR potential cup and handle. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on right there. Bop, right there. All right, let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party. All right, let's see. Let's see what other stonks we got. Somebody requested GPRK. GPRK. All right. So, GPRK. Ooh, let me refresh. Let me give it a refresh. A refresh. All right. GPRK. Currently over here. Up. Nope. Down 1%. Not schmexy at all. All right. GPRK is down to $7.84 right now. Had a bit of a downtrend going right over Mia. Boom. And then boom. Yeah. So that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. GPRK currently climbing off the downtrend a little bit, curling off that downtrend, broke above the VWAP right now, but still down 1%. So GPRK has a ways to go. GPRK needs to break the downtrend, and it did. Actually, they did break the downtrend, curling off the downtrend right now, curling off the downtrend. Needs volume for it to be so much Mexi to Mia. Yes, sir. All right. So we got that going on right there. Let's see about BYND. BYND trying to climb up a little bit. But again, very, very choppy. A lot of barcoding going on here. A lot of barcoding. So you got over here. Bop, right there. All right. This here. Boom. Boom. All right. Over here. And then over here as well. Lot of barcoding and a lot of choppiness. So BYND, very choppy, needs some serious volume. BYND, choppy, needs volume to break the barcoding. All right. Jose asks, any thoughts on ORIS? ORIS, let's take a look at ORIS. Let's take a look. As of now, ORIS is currently moving downward, so it needs to break that downward trajectory. It was consolidated below the VWAP, was consolidated below the VWAP, but right now, it is one of those stocks that it needs to break above the VWAP and also needs to break the downtrend. Looks like it's trying to curl its way on up a little bit, so I will give credit where credit's due. Needs to break this downtrend right over, right here. Has to break this downtrend. Right? Needs to break that downtrend, needs to break that VWAP, needs to curl for it to be somewhat Shmexy to Mya. ORIS currently down 0.03% right now. Actually, 18%. So, ORIS needs to break the descending wedge right here. All right. And the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. All right, so we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. What else do we have here? What else do we have? All right, let's see. Somebody requested RIGL. RIGL. Let's see how RIGL is doing. Not a lot of volume, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of volume. Not a lot in terms of the volume department. Not a lot there. So we got that going on right there. All right, RIGL needs volume to become so much Mexi Tumya. It is also very expensive as well. Needs a lot of volume. Needs a lot of volume. Very choppy. Very, very choppy. Very choppy. So, got that going on there. Yeesh. So, that's what we have right there. That is what we have right there. Let's take a look at some other stonks real quick. Let's take a look at some other stonks right there. Okay, let's see. All right. So, yeah, as of now, RIGL, not a lot of volume. Needs some serious volume for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. So, that's what we got going on right there. Let's take a look at SMX. SMX right here. SMX still needs to break that downtrend a little bit. Still needs to break it. Still needs to break that downtrend and that VWAP. All right. Let's see here. SMX. All right. Needs to break the downtrend and VWAP for it to be so much Maxi to Mya. Needs volume. Needs a lot of volume. All right. Let's see what other stocks we got today. Let's see what other stocks we got, ladies and gentlemen. What else we got? What else we got? Let me add them. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see here. Let me see. Let's see. All right. How about BW? Let's see how BW is doing. BW, okay. BW had a bit of an ABCD pattern. It was below the VWAP, though, so let's see what goes on here. BW had an A to B, B to C, C to D. All right. Had to do that for it to become somewhat schmexy to Mya. Somewhat schmexy to Mya. You know what I mean? Somewhat schmexy to Mya. So, as of now, BW has an ABCD pattern, broke above the VWAP, so we got that going on right there. All right, BW broke the VWAP with an ABCD pattern. All right. So that's what we got going on right there. All right. So, what other stocks do we have here? All right. All right. Let's take a look at CMBM. Somebody requested CMBM. Let's take a look over here. CMBM currently on the downtrend at $3.19. Not looking schmexy. Not looking schmexy at all. CMBM needs to break that downtrend. It is currently at $3.19 right now. So CMBM needs to break above that downtrend for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. So CMBM needs to break the downtrend and the VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to me. Yes. Let's see here. All right. Somebody requested BITF. Let's take a look at BITF. BITF. All right. Let's see here. BITF currently on a bit of an uptrend here, but needs to break that pennant right there. Uptrend here, needs to break this pennant right here. All right. Let's take a look over here with BITF. Not looking too schmexy as of now. Needs to break through that pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. BITF needs to break the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Jose says Ruby. 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 Let's get it. Let's take a look at Ruby. RUBI. Okay, RUBI as of now is trying to curl. It's attempting to curl off the double bottom right here. So there's a bit of a double bottom right over here, but it did have a massive downtrend and drop. Looks like it broke above the VWAP, but then after that, it didn't stop because it had to break through the double top, which is right over here. All right, and that way, you'll have a nice, good stock for you to actually check out. Right now, not feeling it right now. Not feeling it. RUBI down 52% right now. Curled above the VWAP, but needs to break above that downtrend. Needs to seriously. It broke the VWAP. I will give it that. RUBI broke the VWAP. Needs to break the double top. And yep, right there. So that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So what other stonks we got going on? Let's see. Somebody requested. Oh, hold on one second. Ooh. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2200. 2200, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Come on now. All right. There we go. Get that all set up right there. Yeesh. All right. Hold on one second. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's take a look over here. Okay. Let's take a look at another stock right here. Let's take a look at BBAI. BBAI. All right. So BBAI, very choppy. Barcoded a little bit. Right over here. Take a look. Forming channel. Had a channel right over here. Bop. And bop. Right here. Before you drop. Bop. There we go. BBAI, BBAI right there. Formed. Needs to break the channel. Low volume. Low volume there. Very low volume. Barcoding. That's what BBAI's got going on right there. That's what they got going on. Let's get a share party going on. We got 10 minutes till the bell. The bell. It deafens me. We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. But BBAI had a bit of an uptrend. ABCD a little bit. Had a lot of indecisive wicks, so it's very low volume. A lot of channeling going on over here, so very, very low channel time. You know what I mean? Very, very low in terms of volume. Not looking schmexy. All right. Got that going on right there. Let's take a look at NIXX. NIXX. NIXX, very, very low volume. Very, very low volume. A lot of indecisive wicks. Very, very low volume. Not looking schmexy at all. It needs a lot of volume for that to be even somewhat schmexy to me. Somebody requested RANI. RANI. Very, very choppy. Not schmexy. Not relaxing. No. Nope. Nope. Here's the thing about RANI. Got a bit of a channel right here. It goes all the way to there. So it needs to break the channel. RANI, low volume. RANI. Very low volume. Needs to break the channel for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Yes. So, that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. Let's take a look. And let's get a share party going on. Let's get a share party. Let's get to 2,400, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. All right. Let's get to 2,400. Let's take a look at NVVE. NVVE. All right. NVVE. Let's take a look over here. NVVE needs to break that downtrend still. That little, actually not downtrend, descending wedge. Here needs to break the descending wedge still. Needs to break the volume, the VWAPA right there. So NVVE needs to break the VWAPA and the descending wedge right there for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Right now, NVVE is All right. So what else we got over here? What else we got? Let's take a look at another stock right here. Let's take a look at SMX. SMX. Let's see how SMX is doing. SMX still needs to break that downtrend. Still needs to break it. Still needs to break it, and it still needs to break above the VWAPA. Needs to break above the VWAPA. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. There we go. SMX needs to break the descending, the downtrend, and VWAPA. All right. Can it curl? Let's see. Let's see if it can. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know yet. SMX could potentially. Maybe. If it gets volume. Certainly. Maybe. But right now, So right now, we are just about 6 minutes away from the bell. 6 minutes away from the bell right now. The bell! The bell! Ah! All right, let's take a look at ASST again. Let's take a look at ASST.
Let's get a shit party going on.
Yeah, let's get a shit party. Let's get to 2600. Come on now. Let's get to 2600 right there. All right. So, ASST as of now, no longer on a bit of an uptrend right now. It is currently back down where it started. Right over here. All right. All right. So, let's take a look at ASST. ASST needs to break the pennant. Low volume. ASST low volume needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to me. All right. Let's take a look over here. All right. Let's see here. All right. There we go. So, let's see how CHR is doing in the meantime. In the meantime, we'll take a look at CHR. See how CHR is doing. All right. So CHR currently, as of now, is on a bit of a downtrend, moving downward, not looking schmexy no more. Man. All right. So, currently, it needs to hold above 24 cents. It needs to hold above the VWAP at 25 cents. It needs to break through 27 cents. So right now, for CHR, it needs to hold above the VWAP. Oh, LNAI moving. Let's see. All right. LNAI. All right, let's get it. LNAI moving. Oh my. Okay. So right now, LNAI has a move upward right over here. That's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on, folks. All right. LNAI currently just climbing its way on up right now. So we'll see what goes on there. Right now, it is currently moving and grooving right now. LNAI on the uptrend on some low volume. Right there. So LNAI on the uptrend on low volume right there for it to be so much maxi to mia. That's what we got going on right there. Currently still climbing though, up 49%. Let's take a look over here. Boom, right there. All right. Let's get some support and resistance lines here. Let's do it. Boom and boom right there. So, got support at $1.16. Resistance at 127. Needs to hold above 116 and break 127 for it to be so much maxi to mia. That's what it needs to do. Right now, it's forming a top tail. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails. All right.
It's pushing.
All right. There we go.
It's pushing.
Yeah. All right. Still
Let's
keeping
go,
an eye on
baby.
it. Yeah. Come on now.
Tail.
Come on. Give me that bottom tail.
Bottom tail green.
Bottom tail.
Green.
Come on
baby.
now.
Push it.
Mmm.
Come on.
Put 'em up. Come on. You got it.
Do it 1 minute to the open.
1
minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Come on.
Yeesh. 1 minuto. All right. 1 minuto. Yeesh. Come on now. Come on. 1 minute to the bell. The bell.
The bell. Let's go, baby.
All right. Here it comes.
Pushing.
Here it
Come on,
comes.
bottom tail green.
All right.
Above the VWAP. Let's go, baby. Come on, VWAP.
Yeesh.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, you critter.
LNAI needs to hold above that VWAP right now.
Boring.
It's getting boring. But here we go, though. Here comes the bell. Here comes the bell. Here comes the bell.
The bell.
It's like Here Comes the Boom. Ever heard that song? Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. Yeah, it's the same deal.
The bell.
LNAI needs to break
It's pushing. It's pushing.
the resistance.
It's pumping. It's pumping.
What? Which one?
LNAI.
LNAI?
LNAI. Yeah. Oh my God. Top tail. No.
Noah.
Top tail.
Noah. It's all right. Now the bell is here. The bell. The bell. Ah. All right. Let me see here. All right. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Yes, quite. Oh yes, formed a big old juicy green candle and then proceeded to form a top tail. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails. LNAI currently choppy a little bit. LNAI.
It's trying to pull up.
LNAI trying to pull up. LNAI pushing on up. Yeesh.
What is that?
And let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 3,000. 3,000. Yeesh. 3,000 right there. All right. All right. Yeesh. Currently, it's trying to stay up. It's trying to do that, but right now it's formed a major top tail.
We don't like the top tails, though.
We like the bottom tails.
Come on, man.
All right. All right. So, let's see what else we got here. What else do we have? Somebody requested CERO. All right, whatever. We'll put up CERO. Let's take a look. CERO.
It's going into the OTC market?
Yeah, apparently. Somebody requested it. Yeah, CERO is going into the OTC market for those of you who don't know. So, it says here that CERO is going down.
Moving.
Oh my.
It's trying. It's still trying, bro.
Yep. CERO broke above the VWAPA. Needs volume though. CERO broke the VWAP, but needs volume to keep going, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. All right. What was it? LNAI? LNAI? LNAI.
Trying to break that top tail. It's trying to reclaim it.
All right.
It's trying to reclaim it. It's a bear and bull fight. The
Bears
and the bulls are fighting.
The bears and the bulls. Where's the beef?
Squeezy, nice and easy.
Yeesh.
Squeezy. Come on.
Nice and easy. Come on.
You skunk. Come on, you skunk. Bottom tail.
Bottom tail.
Squeezy.
Bottom tail. It's bottom tail. LNAI trying to fight its way on up right now. Yeah, LNAI needs volume. Trying to fight its way on up. All right. So, got that there. All right. Let's see about this over here. Need to get that stretching, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. Ooh! All right. That's a good stretch right there. Yeesh. All righty. Let's see what other stonks we got today. What other stonks do we have, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Somebody requested SMX again. SMX. Let's see how SMX is doing. SMX still needs to break through the VWAPA. Tried to curl a little bit off the downtrend. SMX curled a bit off the downtrend. Needs to break the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right, let's see what else we got. LPZ asks for BQ. BQ. All right, so BQ currently had a downward trend, but now looks like it shot up above the VWAP right now. Looking pretty good so far. Not going to lie, looking pretty good, all things considered. All right, had a bit of a descending wedge right over here. All right, and then curled its way off that descending wedge right over here. So that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. So BQ curling off the descending wedge. BQ curling off the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, sir. All right.
LNAI pushing.
LNAI. Let's get it. LNAI. LNAI. Oh, my. Climbing again. LNAI climbing again. All right. LNAI. Climbing. Climbing. Yeesh. Yeesh. Somebody requested XAIR. Let's take a look at XAIR. In the meantime, while LNAI is doing its thing, XAIR. All right. Fell below the VWAP. Needs to break this pennant right here. Needs volume, so it can break this pennant right here and break above the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. So, XAIR needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA with volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya.
It's pushing, LNAI.
LNAI.
It's pumping.
Oh my. LNAI.
Pumping, it's pumping.
Oh my. Testing the high a day.
Testing.
Breaking the high a day. LNAI broke the high a day a little bit. Broke it a little bit. Up 55%. LNAI broke the high of day. Yeesh. Broke that high a day. Oh, yeah. Broke it again. There we go. That's what I like to see. $1.36. Oh, my. Up 66%, 68%. Oh, my.
It's pushing.
69%. Yes.
Pushing.
Pushing.
Come on, baby. Squeezy.
Nice and easy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Short squeeze. Come on.
Yeesh.
Volume.
Yeesh.
Go.
Yeesh. All right.
$1.42.
LNAI, $1.42.
70%.
70%. There we go. 70% right there. LNAI.
Push it, baby. Come on, squeeze.
Yay.
Squeeze. 72.
LNAI, there we go.
72%.
LNAI broke the high once again. 72% right there.
It's squeezing.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Come
on.
Oh my.
More, baby.
Oh, more.
Give it to us, baby.
Come on now. LNAI.
Woo.
LNAI broke the high of day again. Up 75% right there. All right. So, had that going on right there. Needs to break through 145. Needs to hold above 130. Needs to break through 145 for it to be so much schmexy to mya. All right. All right. All right. Let's see how. Oh my, it's going up again. 75%. LNAI climbing, broke through the high of day once again, and now proceeded to touch upon 147. 147, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Take a look at that. 147, ladies and gents. Woo! All right. There we go. 148. Oh my.
Let's go, baby. Let's
Yeesh. Come on
Come
now.
on, Bagger. Come on.
Come on.
78%.
78%.
Come on, baby. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody do it like us. 83%.
83% right there.
Oh.
Woo! Come on. Oh.
83%.
Yes, sir. Needs to break that
Let's
double
go,
top.
micro pullback. Come on.
Needs to
Give me
break that
more.
double. Yeah, it needs to break that double top over there. It needs to break that.
Let's go, baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on. Come on now. Ah, double top. LNAI, double top. LNAI up 76%. Needs to break the double top. Needs to break that double top right there for it to be so much schmexy to me. LNAI. Not looking schmexy right now. All right. Actually hit a high of 82%. Excuse me.
82%.
LNAI hit a high of 82%. There we go. That was good. All right. Okay. All right.
ABCD, bro.
It is trying, but right now,
ABCD bull trying.
trying. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this one. LNAI. Let's see what happens with it. All right. Let's take a look at SMX. SMX in the meantime. SMX. All right. Trying to curl towards that VWAP right now. SMX needs to break the VWAP. Still needs to break that VWAP. Still low on volume. Needs to keep going up. Let's take a look at open. In the meantime, open over here. Up. Actually, no. Open needs to break this pennant right here. Needs to break this pennant. You see this pennant right here? Needs to break this pennant right here for it to be so much mexy to me. But right now, Open needs to break this pennant right here. Yeesh. All right. So, got that going on right there. HBIO. Somebody requested HBIO. HBIO. Let's see what we got going on there. HBIO, very, very low in terms of volume. Very, very low. Not schmexy at all. All right. So, currently, HBIO needs to break above this channel, and it did. It did break above it. Ladies and gentlemen. Had a bit of a pennant formed right over here. So right now, HBIO, low volume, needs to break the pennant. HBIO, low volume, needs to break the pennant. All right, for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. All right, let's take a look at another one. All right, somebody requested SMX. Let's see how we go, how we do here. Still below the VWAP. Still below it. Needs to break through that VWAP. SMX, low volume, still needs to break above the VWAP. All right. Okay. What else is there here, ladies and gentlemen? What else is there? All right. let's see here. Somebody requested NVVE. NVVE. Still needs to break that downtrend now. It's not, and now it's no longer even a pennant. It's just a downtrend. So needs to break the downtrend right here. So yeah, NVVE needs to break the downtrend and the VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to mya. Bop, right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, the link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of bangers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early birds get the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. You get access to all these amazing, wonderful, you know, amazing, wonderful items and tools that we have here. The scanner. You get access to the newsroom. You get access to the ticker tape. You get access to all these amazing things that help with research on stonks. You get access to a supportive community of very, very helpful people, all of which want to learn, succeed, and grow together. So we got that going on right there. And if you get the Wealth Builder package, you get everything in the real-time alerts and scanners. Plus, to top it off, you get access to a couple of amazing things right there. So we got right here the exclusive educational content. We got the amazing exclusive content, exclusive for the wealth builders, exclusive picks, exclusive calls. You get exclusive access to myself and Coach Nick Money. All right, you get access to all that and more, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is pretty much join the Discord down below by using the link down below or in the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. Jose asks for LNAI. All right, let's take a look at LNAI before I dip. LNAI, there we go. Needs to break that descending wedge right over here. All right. Needs to break that descending wedge right over here for it to be so much maxi to mya. So LNAI needs to break the descending wedge. LNAI needs to break the descending wedge and the VWAPA. VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to mya. So that's what we got going on there, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, folks. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. You get access to the amazing ticker tape, the market movers. You get access to the newsroom. You get access to the amazing community. You get access to all these amazing things. You get access to the wealth builders as well. If you want access to the wealth builders channel, you can get the wealth builders membership by clicking the link in the description down below. So be sure to check that out, because you get access to everything in the real-time alerts and scanners plus more. All right. You get access to all that plus more. And to top it off, ladies and gentlemen, you get access to exclusive content, exclusive for the wealth builders, such as exclusive educational content, exclusive regular content, scripts, all sorts of other things like that, exclusive picks, exclusive posts, exclusive meetings with Coach Nick Money and myself, all sorts of stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So all you got to do is join up. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, indelibles, you are indelible. You are one of a kind. Leave your mark. I hope all your aspirations and dreams come true. All right, you can find us on our YouTube at Coach Nick Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on our X.com, aka Twitter, at Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on Twitch at Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money. And you can find us on our TikTok, Tiki Taki Tiki Taki, aka the Tac Tac. The Tac Tac, yes. The Tac Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks.
At DBL Nicks.
At DBL NICKS. And the screen name is Coach Nick Money. So, much love, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys some other time. And peace.